For today's video, we're going to take a deeper look at Deadpool and Wolverine and how Blake Snyder's 15 beat sheet, made famous by his novel Save the Cat, published back in 2005, was applied within the film, so that you in the end will know how to apply this formula to your screenplay. Now let's get to work. So in the opening image of Deadpool and Wolverine, we catch Deadpool visiting Logan's grave and defiling it. Wouldn't be a Deadpool movie if it wasn't a little bit disrespectful. Next we have theme stated, and here Deadpool meets with Happy to discuss his desire to become an Avenger, but Happy advises him to find his place, basically telling him that becoming an Avenger isn't the answer.
I found my place. Find your place. All right, get back out there. We'll keep an eye on it. Good luck.
The theme is so important because this is the lesson that the character's gonna have to learn. After that, we're gonna go into the setup. Within the setup of Deadpool and Wolverine, we see Deadpool quit being Deadpool as he picks up a 9-to-5 as well as a bad toupee and enjoys a normal life with his friends and family. The setup is so important because this is where the audience starts to build its heart for the character. This is where we begin to either start rooting for the character or to root against the character, if that's your intention. Now here's where things start to get interesting. The catalyst. Deadpool is taken out of his universe from his family and friends by the TVA as they leave nothing behind but the bad toupee. After being abducted, we go into the debate of the film, and this is where Deadpool is offered an opportunity of a lifetime to join the universe of the Avengers. But with him doing this, his old universe will perish. And he now must decide internally if he's willing to abandon his old world that's filled with his loved ones to take on this new one. We now break into two, and this is where Deadpool decides to leave the TVA as he goes on a quest to find the anchor being of his universe, Wolverine. And eventually Deadpool finds the right Wolverine to help aid him in saving his universe, but Wolverine doesn't want to go. And this is where the B story starts. I love the B story because the B story is pretty much the heart of every great story. Typically it's like the love story, but it's still kind of true for Deadpool. And now we're in the fun and games section of the story. And this is where Deadpool and Wolverine are sent to the void after going against the TVA and now must find a way out while having to try and defeat Charles' sister in the process before the Goliath devours them. This is also where Deadpool and Wolverine begin to connect as friends and build a bond, as well as meet Blade, Gambit, Elektra, X-23, and tragically Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four.
Like you said in The Convoy, this finger-licking, dead-inside pixie slab of third-rate dime store nut milk can eat your delicious cinnamon ring and kick rocks all the way to bald hell.
Okay, I have never said any of those words in my entire life.
The modesty.
We now hit the midpoint of the film, and this is where Deadpool and Wolverine escape the void with the help of Cassandra Nova.
I do owe you for saving my life.
But the story ain't over yet. Now the bad guys have to close in, and this is where Cassandra is now in the real world with them on a mission to get the Time Ripper from Paradox, while an army of Deadpools come to the real world to fight Deadpool and Wolverine. Now all is lost as Cassandra takes over the Time Ripper. We now quickly go into the Dark Night of the Soul, and this is where Deadpool and Wolverine learn that the only way that they can save their universe is to get a hold of the Time Ripper. But if they do, if they try to take over the Time Ripper, they will die for good, and they mean it this time. But wait, the film isn't over yet. There's still a lot of time left, and that is why we break into 3. This is where Deadpool and Wolverine come together and take over the Time Ripper, and eventually they are successful because this is a superhero film, and unless it's Infinity War, the heroes have to win in the end. But wait, we're still not done yet. We still have the finale, and here Cassandra is defeated, Paradox is arrested, and Deadpool and Wolverine survive and save their sacred timeline. And just like there's an opening image, there's a final image. Here we see Deadpool and Wolverine together with friends and family around a nice spread of food with their masks sitting behind them. So poetic, so powerful. You just plot out those different points for the beat sheet, and then once it's time to write, all you do is just fill in those gaps. You fill in the blanks with those pages. That's why I love Save the Cat. That's why I love Blake Snyder. And I hope when it's time for you to write your feature film, you use this structure to get things started.